Welcome back, you guys. We are Makeup Meets Skin, where art and science meet beauty. Episode 7 of our beautiful podcast. We have another guest speaker with us tonight. Who do we have, Megan?
We have Tiffany with Image Skincare.
Woohoo!
Hi, guys.
Great to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes,
thanks
welcome
for
to our
having me.
podcast.
Yeah.
Welcome to the chaos.
Yeah. I like it.
So, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I am obviously a licensed esthetician. I started off in the industry in 2005 as a cosmetologist because back in those days there was no differentiation between cosmos and esties. And once I graduated, I started doing hair for a few years and just really didn't find the passion for it, and went to get my educator's license to be a licensed educator. And then while I was pregnant with my second child, I went back and got my advanced aesthetics.
Okay.
So I've been in the skincare industry for over 13 years, and then obviously a real long time in the overall industry.
We don't need to count years.
We
It's
don't need
okay.
to count decades.
Right.
It's fine.
No.
That's fine.
We're at
Somebody
that
the
point
other
too.
day was like, you know how old I am? And I'm like, no, how old are you? And she goes, more than 25. That's all you need to know. And I was like, okay, sounds good to me.
We go through that with our students too. Yeah. What someone told me the other day, that I look about 28, but I have the soul of a 72-year-old.
72 is an interesting number.
Yeah, but that's not the first time I've heard that. So
Very specific too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's 72 is very specific.
yeah, but I mean, I kind of understood it. But anyway,
We're digressing.
yes. we
So
do
you
that a lot.
started with hair because
Yeah.
that was the license available at the time. I also do have a cosmetology license that I don't use. I hate doing hair. I mean, I love styling hair, but that's about it,
Yeah.
but it's not my thing. I do not like cutting, coloring, shampooing people. No, not for me.
Well, I was also in the hair days where the Kelly Clarkson highlights were a very big thing. So
So like super chunky.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then the multitude of colors that constantly bleed.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
So
Red and blonde together. Yep.
exactly.
I can't even
Exactly.
imagine as a hairstylist like how stressful that would be.
It was pretty stressful.
That would be like if you were to tint your eyebrows different colors.
Right.
One eyebrow, different color. Oh no.
I
Yeah.
feel like that's how they kind of fell into the ombre, because it was just an accident that these colors bled together, and then ombre.
And that could very well be. Yeah. And they're like, here, there we go. We have ombre brows now.
Exactly.
True.
Look, you're gonna start a trend.
Trendsetters. So how did you get started with Image?
How did I get started with Image? So I was working my first job as a sales rep, not that you asked my history, was PCA Skin.
Okay.
And then I went to Glow from there. And my manager that was working with me at Glow went to Image, and she called and was like, hey, we need a rep. I was currently living in Arizona, and away I went.
How is skincare in Arizona different than here in the Midwest?
Dry. No, it definitely is a climate situation. I didn't feel like we had as many conversations in Arizona about like summer skin prep or fall skin prep
Yeah.
that we do here, because they're so acclimated to the climate, and it goes from 101 to 140, and that's all you get. So it was a lot of dehydration, dryness, and everybody peeled all year. So that was a big shift for me. I grew up in Kansas. We just had moved away for about a decade.
Okay. That's interesting.
Very.
Yeah.
I drove through Arizona a long time ago, years ago, and we got out of the car, and I was like, oh my God, I can't even breathe here. It was so hot.
Yeah.
I felt like I was in an oven. Like it was so dry and so hot, and it was incredible. My first time, so I went from the AC in the car, to step outside, and it was incredible. And I was thinking, how would that apply to makeup? Because obviously, if it's so dry, you have to do a different skincare for skin prep for makeup application too, and the stuff melts.
Yeah.
Also, so crazy, very interesting.
So you were at Glow and your manager went to work for Image, and then you went to work for Image.
Yeah, I mean, she loved me. So
Well, I don't
Good.
see why
Not.
she wouldn't.
So she was like, come
Yeah.
with me. And then I stayed at Image, and then when we relocated to Kansas, there wasn't a position available, so I went to ZO Skin Health.
Okay. So these are all professional skincare brands to where you have to be licensed to purchase them, correct?
Yeah.
So is there a difference in the brands now
Oh,
that you've
yeah.
worked at different brands?
Totally. There's a total different variation. Image is unique though, because we really do blend more of the sensorial experience. They want it to be refreshing, relaxing, smell good, feel good. And then we also have the medical component where we advance in technologies and ingredients. So I've always loved Image, not to say because I work for the brand. I worked with them in school. I worked with them as an educator, even when I ran a school and had my own med spa. I worked with Image. ZO is a little bit of a different concept. I always say that they kind of break your brain because Dr. Obagi has a very specific way of thinking.
Oh, so Obagi owns Zio.
Correct.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a lot more progressive, definitely more corrective
Yes.
driven versus something that, will correct but also feels good, smells good.
Would you say that you have a favorite thing about this industry?
I love the constant change. I love that this is the second fastest growing industry in the world compared to computer science. So if you look at that from a perspective of how fast we're, creating computers and AI modules and
Right.
robots eventually,
Yeah.
it's really exciting that this is the second fastest. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that technology could take our jobs someday? Robots?
You mean AI specifically?
No, I don't believe that robots will be able to take the role of the aesthetic industry because you really do need to feel touch. It is still
Yes.
a very one-on-one type of
Yeah, I agree.
industry. And I don't feel that it's going anywhere, but I do feel like it's shifting significantly.
Yes. How do you feel it's shifting? Treatment-wise or?
Yeah, we're going kind of backwards now. 5 years ago, I feel like we were really into more medical modalities, and then I'm noticing that a lot of people are scaling back on that and going more natural path, but still want the fillers and the injections. The aesthetics, and you have to see it because you're an instructor. The generation of estheticians that I feel like are pumping out right now, and that's not an age thing, that's just a 2026 thing, is they're not as hungry as they used to be.
Okay, so we actually have an episode on that, or had an episode on that about work ethic.
Yep. Well,
And it's also a very instant society.
Yeah.
We want it
Right.
right now. It should have been done yesterday, something like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like social media does that for
right,
us.
exactly.
Yes.
Well, because it created that false narrative that they get their license and then go out there, post TikToks, and boom, they have a career.
Right.
And I'm
Yes.
like, oh, there's way more than that. Like, you have to work years before you see any decent money. Like, it's a trade, so it takes time, practice. You keep improving, continuing education. Like, there's so way more than just getting the license to become an esthetician or a cosmetologist or a makeup artist, whatever.
Yeah.
But definitely social media created that, for sure. Like, look how I make 6 figures in a year, do this, buy my course, and then people buy the course and they do everything and they're like, well, I'm not getting clients through the door. Well, because it's not that easy and that's not simply how it works.
Yep.
But yes, they're not hungry now because we fed them, very easily to a lot of things, and then they just kind of like, why is it not happening? And they expect, you guys need to put the work in, otherwise you're not going to get anywhere.
Yep.
Gotta sell some retail. What a concept.
Yep.
Right, that one too.
Yes. Retail can change your income dramatically.
Yeah, retail is supposed to be 80% of your business profit.
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard that before. I think it was in business class, they were talking about that, how, yes, you should be 80-20.
Yeah.
Because your retail should be able to bring in 80% of your income. So if you think about it in numbers, that's a lot of money that some people are leaving on the table.
That's a lot of money that they're leaving behind.
Yep.
And the thing that I always tell my accounts is that, you're sitting there prescribing while you're giving the treatment. So if you don't make the sale, they are listening,
Right.
and they're just going to go buy it from
Somewhere else.
a box store or brick and mortar, or they're going to look on Amazon, or they'll maybe even purchase the product that you recommend, but directly from the website.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's just it's not benefiting you. at all.
Correct.
So is image sold, well, only to licensed professionals, right? You have to be licensed to purchase it. And then is it sold only through their website and their reps, or it can be found somewhere else? Because, in hair, for example, there's a lot of brands like Redken that now have an Amazon storefront, and there's this whole conversation amongst hairdressers who are like, well, I'm buying the products from you. I've been using your professional brand in my salon for so long, and now you're selling it directly to the public. Kind of cutting them out of the possibility to make profit with retail. So a lot of hairdressers, I know that they're, changing to brands who focus only on professionals and sell only to professionals. That's why I was asking.
No, and I think that that's a great question. And just to kind of touch on that a little bit, I think there is a little bit of a misconception of an Amazon storefront, because when you do have like an Amazon storefront, and I'm not talking Walmart or Target, I'm
Right.
talking Amazon, you alleviate close to $3 million a year of lawsuit fees because of, what are they called? People that take the product and then sell illegally.
Okay.
Okay.
So we do have an Amazon storefront. Our prices on Amazon are 3% higher
Okay.
than what our like estheticians or licensed professionals would pay. And we
Okay.
only sell certain collections. So like they can't buy professional sizes,
Okay.
they can't buy more of the medical stuff. So we do, and the reason, diversion, that's the word I was
Diversion,
looking
yeah,
for.
that's the right word.
So companies like, for example, Zio used to spend close to like $6 million a year in diversion.
Wow.
Because you also have distributors.
Right.
So distributors, it's not the same, like in the US, you have your reps that sell directly to your clinics. But in the other countries, you have distributors that distribute the
Right.
products throughout.
Right.
So when you get a distributor that maybe buys in bulk and then sells on a third-party website like Walmart or Amazon, they can charge significantly less.
Right.
So it actually does help to protect
Okay.
the stylist and the esthetician. I don't know about stylists, but specifically that's why we do it with Image.
Oh, okay.
That's really good
great
to
point.
know. Yeah.
Yes, great point. It makes sense. Yeah, absolutely.
And then we do also have, what I think is really unique about Image is we start them at a student account, so they can
Okay.
purchase Image at a discount. And then once they become licensed, they can purchase back bar,
Okay.
and then they can move into a business account. So we really do step-by-step guide them throughout their entire journey, which I personally like, and I really love how school-focused we are.
Yes. Yes, you come into the school that we work at twice or 2 times through their phase of being there, talking about retail and then educating them about chemical peels as well. So the education is definitely there.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Is there also, do you guys also have a platform for education? Like, how do the students access education?
Yeah, so we have a couple of different varieties. So they can, obviously with having a student account, they have a whole online education center where there's, 40 on-demand videos
Okay.
that they can watch. They can come to my in-person classes, or there is also virtual education that happens twice a month. And
Oh,
it's
nice. Twice a
topics,
month. Huh.
yeah, it's a lot of education, I feel like, and we've really amped up this year. So it's been exciting to see the education.
Yeah, very important. We had an episode about continuing education and how, in general, you need to stay up with everything that happens in the industry, always changing, always evolving, like you were saying earlier. So this is very interesting. I didn't know. This is a lot of education that you put out there, for sure.
Yeah. So speaking on the education platform, do you want to talk about some specific ingredients and break them down for us?
Break it down.
Do you
Retinol.
do you like ingredients?
I love ingredients.
Isn't it fun?
It is. It brings
So,
out the nerd.
Right.
We are all kind of like little chemists in a way,
Yeah, which is funny because I hated chemistry in high
right?
school.
I hated science.
I actually got caught cheating on a chemistry test in high school, and I was a cheerleader, and I thought I was going to be really like cool, and I stuck the cheat sheet underneath my skirt
Oh
because
my
I had a game
gosh.
that day, and I kept like sliding it out, and the teacher came over and she was like, "Stand up."
Uh-oh.
Fell out.
It just went.
Oh my gosh.
I failed chemistry, just in case anybody
Oh, look at you now.
Right.
If they could see you now.
Yeah, exactly. Just didn't think I was gonna make it, that's for
Right.
sure. But yeah, Megan, what ingredient are you scared of to put on your face?
Oh, well, my face doesn't like retinol.
Okay.
Yeah, we've had that conversation before.
Mhm.
Well, it wasn't an image product. But, so can you tell us about retinol?
100%.
Break it down for us.
Okay, so retinol is a derivative of retinoic acid. Retinoic acid is your strongest form of vitamin A. So you have several different levels of vitamin A that break down and convert into the skin, but ultimately retinoic is the strongest, it's the fastest. So it just has to go through one conversion, instantly goes into the skin cell. Vitamin A is essential for everyone after the age of 25 because vitamin A specifically feeds your fibroblast cell, which we know pumps out your collagen, elastin, and your internal sprinkler system. But the way that I explain also vitamin A is that it's like the factory worker. So it goes in the morning and is the first person there. So it unlocks all the doors, turns on the AC, turns on the lights, you know, boots up the electronic system, whatever it's doing to get everybody ready for the day. So that way when the workers arrive, everything is already ready to go. So vitamin A specifically has a lot of benefits, and I feel like it's just an absolute in skincare. So after the age of 25, I usually start to have those vitamin A conversations. Now, obviously, we can take into consideration that there are some skin types that may need vitamin A earlier, like oil, acne, so on and so forth. But you have retinoic acid sitting at the top, where it's kind of like your umbrella, and then underneath it is retinol. So the controversy in the industry is that retinoic acid is fantastic. It's like your forest fire. It goes in and blows everything out of its way. But it's very aggressive and it's very quick.
So you need to start slow with it.
Slow, and then a lot of, you know, people out in the industry feel that it's not sustainable long term because vitamin A is also an exfoliator. So if you're staying on something that's constantly, you know, exfoliating your skin, it can create some sensitivities. Versus retinol is more of like your campfire. So it takes situation by situation one at a time, but it's a lot more slower moving, but it's long term forever.
Okay.
Okay.
So I usually will, depending on the skin condition, will recommend, you know, maybe 3 to 6 months on like a tretinoin, for example, and then transition into a retinol. As far as retinol has to go through 2 conversion points to reach retinoic acid. So again, think of your campfire a little bit. But vitamin A is essential for literally top to bottom in your skin.
Good.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
So our retinols in particular, we have 2 different sets. We have a pure liquid, which is like your Corvette system. So that's just pure liquid. So it's just driving that vitamin A into the skin to create all of those benefits: anti-aging, pigmentation, health and wealth of the skin, literally everything. But those are going to be more for somebody that, you know, already has some ingredients that they enjoy in their skincare. They just are missing that vitamin A piece. And then we also have an encapsulated retinol cream. We have a 3 steps or 3 percentages. That's going to be more like your Prius.
Okay.
So it'll get you there. It's just time release.
I'm gonna do it a little slower.
Correct. And then our creams are blended with other things depending on skincare concerns.
Okay.
So
Very
I brought you the
interesting.
0.5
Thank you.
because that has your hyaluronic and your lactic,
Oh, okay.
since you classified yourself as sensitized.
Yes.
Yes, she told me that before. She's
You
like, I
wouldn't
have
think that
sensitive
an
skin.
esthetician would be sensitized, but my skin's not very, my skin's not liking me right now.
Tolerant.
But anyway, well, that's awesome. So let's kind of flip it on the other end and talk about sunscreen.
Non-negotiable.
Good. Yep.
I am just that esthetician that if they come to me and they're like, I want to do the XYZ in treatments and procedures, but I'm not willing to wear sunscreen, it's just not really
Yep. It's
something.
not going to benefit you at all.
No, absolutely not. Now, There's a lot of, I was listening to like another podcast the other day where there's a doctor saying that, sunscreen is causing cancer and et cetera, et cetera. And it's interesting what's coming out about sunscreen. So again, 2 components, you have your physical versus your chemical. I think that's where a lot of the misunderstanding comes from about SPF. Typically, if somebody comes to you and they say, I'm having an allergic reaction, it's because there's a chemical component.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so actually in my younger years, before I went to aesthetic school, I would always get burnt when I would put sunscreen on. It didn't matter what brand, what type, well, it was chemical, but I finally started using straight zinc sunscreen.
Mm-hmm.
And so then that's when I figured out that I need a mineral sunscreen.
Yeah. Can you blend now? Like, can you use the sunscreen with both?
I haven't tried that.
Okay.
I should.
I'm just curious.
I kind of just stay in the house.
That's the best way to go about it.
Well, I mean, that's fantastic, but you've still got the
I know. I need some vitamin D this summer.
blue light.
Yeah, true. Maybe here in a couple episodes I'll have some color.
I don't think color is necessary. I am very much Wednesday Addams in the sun. You'll find me under a tree with a hat, sunglasses, and all black on. But yeah, sunscreen is absolute.
So zinc oxide is the ingredient of the mineral ones?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, so what are the ingredients of a chemical sunscreen?
You have things like octatoin, avobenzone.
Okay.
Things we only formulate with FDA approved chemicals. I think probably the one when we were growing up is the one that they led to a little bit more of that carcinogenic component and also polluting the oceans. So we only formulate with what's approved by the FDA.
Okay.
And so I took a class that Tiffany hosted a couple weeks ago on sunscreen, and she really broke it down. Did you say that there's different regulations in different countries on
Correct.
SPF?
Yes.
Yes.
And
I'm not an esthetician and I know that.
I'm just trying to help the people. And let me guess, the regulations in the U.S. are less than, yeah.
Yeah. We do try to formulate with more EU standards, so anything that we take out of our formulations, which is why we changed to Ormetic, for example, because the EU was like, no go.
Good.
So, and just so everybody's aware, we also bottle in Germany.
Okay, that's
Oh,
awesome.
very nice.
I have heard that 100 SPF is not much more effective than a 30.
Correct. So an SPF 30, a lot of people think that means that you can stay out in the sun 30 times longer than you can without wearing SPF, so they go to 100 thinking that that's going to be, 3 times more like helpful, and that's not the case.
So it's kind of a marketing scheme.
100%.
Yeah.
And in order for this, so when they test sunscreens, so when they send them in specifically to the Skin Cancer Association, they come back with the SPF factor. So like that's why Image used to have like 32s and like weird numbers,
okay.
because they test how effective or how much protection they're getting.
Okay, interesting.
So what SPF are we supposed to wear?
30 or higher is
30 or
recommended.
higher.
Yeah.
So why would they get a 30 or a 50 or a whatever other number?
Well, first, it would depend on your lifestyle.
Okay.
So what are you doing? And then are you looking like what, Fitzpatrick are you? How much protection do you need? Because, the darker the Fitzpatricks, they really do need more of that chemical component because
Okay.
they still need the melanin production.
Right.
Versus somebody like Megan and I who need more of the physical protection because we burn.
Okay. Okay. Right. Makes sense. Perfect.
So lifestyle is a big one. And then 2-hour touch-up.
Okay.
Every 2 hours.
Yeah.
I know that.
So what do people that wear makeup do? Because I do my makeup in the morning and get out of the house.
Well, so Image has a great product.
We do.
For that.
Okay.
No, a lot of other brands have great products too. So like a powder or a mist. We
Okay.
do have a Refresh and Protect that's literally just a mist. It actually duals as a makeup setting spray.
Oh, cool.
But that's a good way to do your touch-ups. And then I think like Color Science and Jane Arundel have like the brush-on SPFs that
Yes,
you can
Jane
touch up.
Iredale, yes, has the brush on, yep.
So only actually 11% of Americans actually touch up every 2 hours.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's not
I'm
surprising.
actually not surprised that
No.
that number is so low.
Do you do
Even-
touch-ups?
Nope.
Confess.
Nope.
Exactly.
So she needs a mist, everybody.
She needs a mist. We're
Yes,
gonna buy
and
you
I
a
love
mist.
that 40, the 40 mist.
It smells like regret.
Do we have it at the school?
No.
No. I need to look into that.
Yes, it does. It smells like regret. If you know, you know.
You know, you-
Okay, so I'm really curious to go try this spray now.
Yeah.
Now I want it.
So I actually also put an SPF 75 in your bag because I know
Okay.
that you do makeup.
Mhm.
I use my SPF 75 as a buildable foundation.
Okay.
And then I use the mist as my setting spray. So I actually no longer use foundation.
Okay, cool. Curious to try it. I'll let you guys know my opinion.
Hey, I will. I like it. And if you don't like it, then put it on your
I don't
arms
like
or your scalp or wherever.
Oh, my husband did it on his hand for sure. I don't know how many times he burned his hand already this year playing golf. I'm like, Joanna, you gotta put sunscreen on there.
Yeah.
I would say the scalp and the ears are probably the most
Yes.
forgotten area to put
Yeah.
sunscreen on.
Where's the craziest place that you guys being in the industry has ever seen skin cancer happen?
Oh, so I used to work in derm, so I saw all of those pictures come back. And it was literally on like the top of the foot or, I mean, even, you know, on the top of the scalp where
Yeah.
hair is covering it.
Scalp,
It's crazy.
bags. In Italy, they do free, they check your skin every so often for free for skin cancer. My mom had something going on, and they ended up removing it, and then it turned out to not be cancer. But they do, I think every 2 years, you can get free screening for your skin.
Awesome.
Yeah, in 2 or 3 years, I can't recall exactly. But I know somebody else, who they found something on their back also, so back, I've heard of people on their scalp.
So it's just amazing to me that these dermatologists find these things and, you know, the scalp things that are minuscule.
Right, well, because we talked to school, we did a class about this, and we had, I don't remember exactly, you guys, okay, I don't care anymore. But it was like the A, B, C, D, E,
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah, you got it.
Teach that too?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
We do.
Yes, I remember that, the shape, the color, the if it changes over time, and all the things, yeah. Because obviously, you know, when you shampoo people, you can see parts of their head that they don't see. Like, I don't see the back here, right?
Right.
But obviously, the hairdresser does, and they do that in your hair, so I remember we learned about it.
My mom actually just had a spot removed on her forehead,
See?
so she had to have Mohs surgery.
Okay.
Yeah. Now she has to use a cream that's pretty wicked. It's called a chemo cream.
Oh, wow.
So I gave her some of the barrier repair cream. Yes, she loves it.
Okay, well, this was very interesting. Retinol, I didn't know anything about it. Sunscreen, I do something about sunscreen because it interacts with makeup too. So this is very interesting. Thank you so much for coming here and being here with us today.
Yes,
This
thank you
is-
for teaching.
Yes, and also you guys, hold on. Sorry, look back in the frame.
Yeah, what's your bag?
Oh, yeah, come on.
Where's my bag? Also, you guys, we got these super cute bags here.
Yes.
I needed this for my cruise.
Yeah.
I
we
just
can
came
use
back.
this at your pool.
Yes, you can use this at my pool, you guys. Megan is gonna come and use my pool. And we have some goodies in
Tinted
here.
moisturizer. Oh, here's my retinol.
Oh, this is a sheet mask, isn't it? Ooh, cute. I like those.
These are the best eye masks. If you're ever looking for an eye mask, I can help you get them.
Oh, there you go. I got this too.
Sheet mask.
Pink Lip Enhancement Complex.
Yep, a little lippy.
A little lippy.
I need some of that.
Okay. This is the Broad Spectrum 75 sunscreen that
Yeah.
you mentioned. Okay, we got this one too. And then what else do I have in here? The 30. There you go.
Thank
Look at all
you
this
so
stuff.
much.
Yes, thank you so much. It's so cute. I love the
So
bag.
cute.
This is gonna be perfect for the pool. So don't forget to watch, engage, like, comment, hit the notification button, and then where can we find you? Can we find you online on Instagram?
So it's Tiffany B _image skincare KS.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna put it on screen right here, so you guys can go and follow us, and then follow her, sorry, and then you're gonna follow us too if you haven't yet. So, great, this was great. I'm really excited with this, Megan. Thank you for bringing another wonderful guest to our podcast.
Of course, yes.
Okay, ready to wrap it up? Bye.
Hi.